I'm Corporal Martini, Alpha Section Leader, and Alpha Company, deployed in Lady Brand, deployed in Maseru, port of entry. So currently we are on foot patrol. Usually we park our vehicles up where they are not visible, then we go on foot patrol. The aim of the foot patrol is to safeguard the border. We're looking for UDPs, which is undocumented personnel. There's a lot of stock theft happening in the site, so we're trying to minimize for that activities should stop or should not happen. Okay, this is supposed to be our border. This fence here, and then here where I'm standing is South Africa here. This is SA. Just after the fence here, it's no man's land. We call it no man's land. Doesn't belong to anyone. Then right, I'm gonna take you there, right down there, next to the river. That's where Lesotho begins, on going forward. For example, you see now we see ships. We see ships. We just stop. They've got tags. We confirm the tags if they belong in South Africa. Then if they belong this side, it's fine. We just leave them. Obviously, there's a guy who's looking after them around here. Usually, before we reach where we go, we put two scouts in front. They check for footprints, for like cows. We follow them, and then footprints of personnel. If they are fresh or old, then we just trace them. Usually we should be quiet while doing foot patrols. But now I'm talking because of you guys again. You see the tracks of the kettles. But these ones are old.
Okay, once upon a time when we were patrolling along the border here, along the river, we actually saw there was a solar that side. Now we actually came this side to check what is the solar doing in the field. Then we happened to see there was a basha here, as you can see. There was a house there on top. There was a guy that was staying there for almost, I don't know, he said he was staying there for almost 6 years. And then we wanted to destroy that basha. We called the BMA. We destroyed it. We found the things there. He was having phones, electronic things, and then we handed him over to the BMA. So he was deported back to Lesotho, but they did not tell us actually who is this member. But the member was staying here.
Now, as we're walking back, we're not using the same route going back. We're coming now this side. This is where illegal grazing happens. You see the grass is also green. This is where illegal grazing happens. So for now it's quite clean. There's no illegal grazing happening now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Captain Masilela, VS Masilela, the company commander of Alpha Company. Basically, what happened today, we went through a patrol. Actually, we went firstly to Maseru Bridge, where we conducted a foot patrol just to show our people what is it that we do on the borderlines. Basically, on the borderlines, we do not work within the port of entry itself, but within the borderline, where we are experiencing illegal crossing by our fellow personnel from the neighboring country because they are not using the legal port of entry to cross over to South Africa, or South Africans crossing over to Lesotho. But mostly it is the Lesothos coming from the Kingdom of Lesotho and then crossing over to South Africa. That's what we basically did since earlier today. Then what we're going to do now, as you can see, the vehicles are lined up. We are going to conduct a night patrol. Normally, during the night, we experience stock theft, illegal grazing, because in most instances, the herdsmen, they bring over the cattle at night, since during the day, most of the times, we are busy with the patrols. So they tend to bring their livestock at night, then early hours of the morning, then they return them back to Lesotho. So the other thing that we normally experience is vehicle theft, but normally that happens the far southern part of the southern sector, especially Wepener, where we're experiencing vehicles that travel through R702 that's coming from Bloemfontein straight to Wepener. Since most of the times this border does not have a fence, and the water levels of Caledon River, in most cases they are low if it's not raining, so it's very much easy for criminals to steal vehicles from Bloemfontein and then cross them over to Lesotho.
Okay, fine. We have arrived at our destination. Here is our destination, where there was a members. I placed the members there. We were busy with the vehicle patrol. If you check from where we're coming from, we were not just driving. We were driving and also we were observing. So I put the members on the waylay on that side. So the members were busy. They got information that there are members who are crossing from that side of Lesotho, and they're having a stolen vehicle. I say again, stolen cattle. So they come from that side of Lesotho to this side of South Africa. And then their loading site is that side of the farm where they will load. So in this instance, we are saying there are a lot of stolen cattle in this site. So what we are doing as soldiers, sometimes you find out we get information from the informers or our int. So if we got information from the informers, they will tell us there are stolen cattle somewhere, whereby we'll go there, and then when we arrive there, there are procedures that we must do. We don't just go there and then start doing our own things. There are procedures that we must do as soldiers. What I'm trying to say is, normally when we are doing the vehicle patrol, you find out that there are headsmen with cattle. So normally if they see the soldiers coming to their direction, they will just run away. So in that case, it indicates to us soldiers that there is illegal activity that is taking place in that instance. So we will just go there, and then I will call the MPs. And then when I call the MPs, they will come, then we will check the kettles. And then after checking the kettles, we will call the stock theft. So after stock theft, we will call the vet. So after calling the vet, we will also call the pounding master. So in the instance whereby the pounding master, they don't arrive at the scene, we will ask permission from the farmers, which are the farm owners of this area. And then if the farm owner agrees to pound those cattle, and then we will leave those cattle with the farm owners, and then we take over, we continue with our patrol.
It's huge areas, so we need information. And that is why we've got consistent relationships with the farmers and the Free State Agriculture Union to indicate to us hotspot areas, what is going on in the area, so that we can then focus on hotspot areas given by the farmers or the community to us to respond. Because you can see it is a vast area. And with the number of soldiers that we have to deploy, intelligence plays a critical role in doing this.
Now we are going to turn back to where we are coming from. And then, as I have alluded to you guys, that we were busy with the vehicle patrol, as we have seen, even the speed, everything. So it doesn't mean we are doing only the vehicle patrol. As the captain has alluded to you guys, we also have waylays, OPs, and other operations. So, but for now, we were busy with the vehicle patrol. And then, what are we going to do now? I want to thank everyone. We are done with our operation. I'm done with you guys, but I'm still continuing with my duties.